Hello,
Oh, you
everybody,
ready?
and welcome to
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
What the
Banana Boy.
Anyways.
Oh right, you're not doing this. This
Yeah,
means nothing.
it's...
Okay,
Who's
go on.
recording?
Hello,
Me,
everybody.
maybe?
Okay.
What?
Alright.
Oh, wait, Owen's
come on.
doing it?
The fuck? I already
Owen's
said I was
Owen's
gonna
doing the
do it.
intro.
Oh, okay, Owen's
Yeah.
doing the intro.
Hello, everybody.
Hello,
welcome
everybody,
back to the
and welcome
Wetards
back to the
podcast.
Wetards
I
podcast.
fucking
We're in
hate you.
shambles, dude.
This
We're
is
in
episode
shambles.
29. It's been fucking
Wait,
ages since we've done
thought it
this.
was 28.
Welcome back. No, I checked. This is 29.
Okay, this is 29. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, welcome back. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We've been gone doing shit.
You know that
Yep.
that seasonal depression
Absolutely nothing,
be hitting
actually.
us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just working, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
working.
Yeah. Alright. Well,
You said you had some stuff
yeah,
to get to, Hunter?
I'm holy, okay, yeah, I'm getting there.
Could you
Yeah,
hurry up, Luna?
Yeah, bro. You said you said you were gonna yap on. Start yapping,
Alright,
man.
okay, well, I'm trying to, but
Start
you're
the
talking
yap
over me, man.
sesh.
Alright, man. Okay. Well, it's been how many months since the last podcast? Probably like 3 or 4. We're now in 2024, and
I believe 3 months.
the final school year for all of the Wetards is soon to be up. You're all going to be all officially adults, I guess. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, adults, graduates.
Yeah.
Hey, it's very
This,
disrespectful.
This podcast started with us in middle school and ergo early years of high school, and then now we're all
Yeah.
alone.
I'll be able to drink
have no
over in
real life
America
outside friends.
this year.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yep. So
I know what you were saying.
the reason for this podcast is, you know, it's a time of great development and growth, and growth, not grope, in all of our lives, I guess. And we've realized that the name Wetards and our branding is a little childish, little dated,
A little bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pretty much just shoot the shit, brainstorm, try to figure out what we want to talk about. But before we do that, I was going through my Google documents to try and find a
Excuse me.
blank doc to start writing down some stuff. And I found from 2016 when me and Ben, or Pop Goes, or whatever you know him by, we're just little jits in elementary school. And we've always wanted to be YouTubers, so we had a little bit of a plushie channel, you know what I mean? A little bit of a Super Mario Logan, a little bit of a Super Mario, whatever the other one was. And I found a script from back in the day of what an episode was going to be, and I figured this would be a funny time to reminisce and look back at this little script I made when I was that was 8 years ago, and when I was like 10 years old.
Oh boy.
I think my math's solid on that, probably. So yeah, so for context, if you don't know what a plushie channel is, it's pretty much just grown-ass men playing with stuffed animals and doing voiceovers and just like doing skits. It's like animations that people, for people who don't know how to do puppeteering and for people who don't know how to animate. So it's just a hand holding a plushie talking. So here we have Bendy from Bingity and the Ink Machine kidnaps Mario and friends. So here we have, it starts with Grinch giving Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine money to kidnap Mario and friends. Grinch, that's all the cash. This is, the spelling is very bad because, you know, I'm just a little guy.
First line.
And what I can remember is so the Grinch is a pedophile who wants to rape all of Mario and friends.
What? Whoa.
So that's the theme.
What?
That's the theme. So
What
yeah,
the
so
fuck,
the
man?
Grinch. That's all the cash. Bendy, okay, at the stroke of 12, I will have them. Grinch. This is as it's
But he's
written in the
stroking it.
script. I will reenact this exact thing. Good. god, that hurt. Yeah, that's what's written down in that exact voice. It says in a squeaky
It's
voice
written
to
down
say,
in that voice.
It says this is what it says. Good. He cough cough wheeze wheeze cough cough wheeze. Oh my god, that hurt. Go to Mario. S. Who's S?
S.
I think that's Sonic. Okay, so I think Sonic says, okay, well, I'm all done. Mario says, okay. Sonic, why are we cleaning out your attic? Mario, don't even worry about it.
Definitely still buddies with me.
Who's I? Okay, someone called I. Hi guys,
Invincible?
what's up? Mario, oh, it's you! Sonic, hi. I got Slurpees. Mario, I'm
What the fuck
diabetic.
am I hearing?
Oh, okay. Gas can rolls in. Everyone,
Jeez, they're getting tear gassed.
cough, 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 fall to the ground.
That's ridiculous.
Bendy calls the Grinch. Tune in next time. All right, let me
That's it?
Let me boot up part 2.
What a cliffhanger.
Oh my god.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Where is
I think it
part
was
2?
breathing.
Here's part 2.
What did you do?
Here we go. Bendy kidnapped
Busted.
Mario and Friends Part 2. Bendy, I got them. Grinch, good. Bring them here. Bendy, okay. Go to Grinch's hideout. Sonic, where are we? Mario, how the hell am I supposed to know? Grinch, shut up.
Swear.
Grinch, brought you here to get revenge. I'm going to kill you, ha ha ha. Bendy, in his head,
Wow.
this isn't
What a
right.
devious little fella.
This is insane.
So Bendy thinks, this isn't right, and then DB,
DB Cooper?
let it happen. What they do to help you. GB, I'm going to help. Bendy knocks out the Grinch.
What the fuck is this shit?
Bendy, run, go, go, Mario. Let's get the fuck out of here. Alright, that's actually kind of funny.
Okay, Fireland.
Sonic, ha, come on, Bendy. No, I will. What for the cops? Mario is already gone. Sonic and I.
What?
Okay. Fast
Speech
forward
one.
2 days. Mario, I, and also Sonic. Thanks, Bendy. Bendy, no problem. Bendy, well, see ya. Bendy's house.
Is this brain rot?
Bendy.
Is this not
Oh.
brain nourishment?
Oh, BB and GB. Okay, so BB is bad Bendy and GB is good Bendy. So he's got split personality disorder. That's gotcha. So bad Bendy says we should kill them all. Good Bendy says no, stay strong. Bad Bendy says give it time. Ha 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 ha. And that's yep.
But he's got the angel and the devil on his shoulders.
Literally, dude. You know, you should take this to Hollywood. I think they really
On
like
God,
this type
kid.
of.
Netflix. Go to Netflix with this.
They'll take anything, so you'll be fine.
Mhm.
I don't know. Prime took fucking Hesman Hotel, so maybe they'll take that too.
Oh yeah, true.
Mhm. Yep. That was that.
That was fire, dude. That was
I
peak
also
rating
have-
right there.
I also have
Spectacular.
like all of my homework from like 2018 and like 2020.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
Here, well, week 1, lesson 1. Welcome to Global 9. This week we will get to know about the course and one another. Watch the weekly instructions video. Yeah.
Brrr.
Oh my god.
All right. So I
Awkward.
figured how we'd start off trying to figure out how to like make a name is we make like rules for the name, right?
Rules
Well, I mean, I'm
for a
just
name.
giving it, unless you wanna, yeah, for the podcast for our group.
Okay.
So I figured like rules would be like the name can't be brain rot and like so on and so forth. Like we made an outline to narrow down and try to figure out a good name. I feel like that'd be the best way instead of just rattling off random names and then one of us going no.
Okay.
So I guess
So
now we
how
just rattle
about
off rules.
can I just the
Yeah.
stiffies? I think that would be a really good one.
Nah.
You've been trying to
I
pitch me the
disagree.
stiffies for days, dude. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it anymore. Stop.
I think rule number 1 should be our name can't be a dick joke. Probably would be a
Aw.
good number rule.
Okay.
I like that rule.
The wooden
Can't
table.
be a dick joke.
Sofa.
Okay. Can't
Wooden
be a
sofa.
dick joke.
Okay.
I feel like another rule should be,
No, I'm just getting camera angles, man.
yeah,
Switch seats.
camera angles.
Camera angles?
Okay.
What are you doing?
I don't know, I can see both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you
Yeah.
swap sofas with me if you what the fuck?
I'll go a bad angle there. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Anyways,
Okay.
I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Can't be a dick joke. Like if you think of a name, you can just say that too.
Can't be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Retarded.
Yeah. Can't be anything that could, like, potentially fuck us over in the future.
Problematic. It can't be
That's the word.
problematic.
That's the word. That's the word.
I feel like,
and you can be me.
and like I feel like our name should be something that
Don't
like
make fun of me.
if we wanted to talk about something serious, it wouldn't be fucking retarded because our name is super dumb. You know what I mean?
So,
So like rule number 3 would be like can't be not taken serious.
hello everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Alright.
The podcast. That's us.
That's for sure.
No,
okay.
you forgot the pause.
Is it like the period
Podcast.
podcast? Is
Yeah.
I see.
They're on different paragraphs.
I see. So it's like it's
The Owen Rogan experience.
it's like one of these.
Yeah.
Period.
The
No.
Period.
Stop podcast.
Pretty hard.
Just the.
You looking
Stop looking
around?
at me.
You
what's
looking
up?
around?
I am looking around. I'm happy with this room. I made this. And that keeps opening every time I glance over there. Though.
I think something that's like it should be like
Yeah, you were saying?
so like we had like the Weetards. There's like the Misfits. There's like the Boys. It should probably be like our name is something that's like a group terminology.
Well,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
obviously.
Yeah.
Seems
Well, I
like
mean
so.
like. Yeah. Well, I don't know about
We're
that.
a group, so should be a group name.
Yeah.
What are group names? Other than the group, because that's already taken. Circle.
The circle.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the circle.
The square. the triangle, because there's only ever 3 of us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa.
The name probably shouldn't limit us to
Bermuda.
a certain amount of people as well. Like the name shouldn't be like the 4 dumbasses.
Welcome
Like,
back to Bermuda podcast. Like the triangle?
You mean Bermuda, not Bermuda, whatever the fuck.
So that's what I said. I said that.
Man, I wish the
Bermuda.
Sleep Deprived podcast was like not a thing, because that'd be like a very good name.
Yeah.
The Sleep Deprived group. I don't know. Sleep Deprived would probably just be the group name. The morally questionable podcast. I don't know,
Huh?
like the questionables.
That's gotta be a thing, right?
The Goosters.
questionables. I don't know. I'll do research as well. Okay, I'll start jotting down names that we agree aren't like total dog
I'm
shit.
gonna lick you.
Whoa, buddy. Hey, man. Hey, man, stay back.
You're trapped in my domain.
No!
Where'd he go?
Breaking your ankles.
Wait, no, I can't go over there because it'll break the illusion. No, I can't go over there.
Oh, you can't come over here. You can't come over here. Idiot,
Let's
idiot,
see.
loser.
I
idiot.
can come over this way.
No!
Okay, I can't go any further.
There's the questionable podcast, but there's no questionables.
Questionable bubbles?
Yeah, the questionable podcast. The questionable podcast
The
already
bubble
exists.
blowers.
The
But they
bubble
only
blowing babies.
They only get like 100 views.
Does that fall under red, like, brain rot category?
Yeah, I think it probably does.
The bubble blowers.
Alright, the
Oh,
questionables podcast is unfortunately already taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's so natural now.
It's become a part of the vocabulary.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I don't have the right drink.
Mm.
Yeah, cause you you're not even in the right sofa, cause you moved sofas fucking like 3 times now.
There we go. No. Once.
Let's see. Alright.
Why are you doing this, man? I can't even see space anymore. It's just the hat.
I'm here in spirit.
I have
Looking at me.
no ideas for names. Nothing is coming up.
Mm.
I got nothing going on up here.
Up in your brain?
Yeah,
Smooth.
very smooth.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Do you take a picture?
No. Banana.
Nice.
Oh. Let me see.
Doesn't look like a banana.
Oh,
Don't.
that doesn't need to be there. That does not. That's just not going properly.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, two of them.
We could,
There are 2
The
bananas now.
cancelled podcast would be kind of a funny name.
oh, sorry. No, that's probably taken already.
I don't know.
The problematic podcast.
That's probably taken.
Um,
Red pill,
The Red Pill podcast. Chemicals in the water.
Hold on, I have a book full of names. Hold on.
Oh, Tana Mongu has a podcast called Cancelled.
God damn it.
Cool, she does. Who was that?
Sane.
Oh, we should go back onto the
Problematic
little stinkies. I think that could be.
That's
one.
a terrible.
Steve.
Okay. Problematic
Brian?
Hey, the problematic podcast is not taken by anybody who speaks English. So there's one called Problematic the podcast. There's nothing called the Problematic podcast. I hate that name, so we shouldn't do it. But
Yeah, it's just like I'm just throwing shit out there. Cause I got nothing else I could really do.
The fish tank.
that's terrible. And also, no, it makes it sound like Finance Bros.
Does
The
it?
Shark Tank
Yeah.
podcast.
We
We are
The
the
Ace
Shark
of-
Tank.
But the flower garden, man.
The Misunderstood Sigma Joker podcast.
No,
Super
no.
Sigma.
The Literally Me podcast. And it's just all our fun
Literally
about
me.
Ryan Gosling.
Well, Ryan, have you seen Ryan Gosling recently?
Yeah, that filler's. Yeesh.
Yeah. Yikes.
Probably swelling. It might go down. Might not. Who knows?
Swell inside you. Whoa. The Pink Eye Podcast.
No.
Alright, thought that was a fire name, but Barely Legal Podcast.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa,
Probably
buddy.
shouldn't call that.
The Tip Podcast.
Just the tip podcast.
Well, we just talk about the tip of the iceberg of all of the
The tip
cool
of my
things
penis.
we say. Yes. Yeah.
the tip.
Anyways, yep. Unwatchable podcast.
The Unfunny Podcast.
Unfunny
Unwatchable would be very
podcast.
fitting.
The Unbearable Podcast.
Bear?
You're a barefist.
Funny Fellow Podcast. The Funny Fellows Podcast. We're not that funny though. That's a broad claim.
Yeah. Unbearable is more fitting.
Unbearably funny.
Well,
Sure, man.
unbearably
Sure,
funny
man.
would mean that
Yeah,
we're
man.
so funny that
It's unbearable.
it's...
Or maybe our,
Yeah.
I don't know.
they're like,
Unbearable Humor Podcast.
Or we're so unbearable it's funny.
no. So unbearable. Yeah, maybe.
Unbearable. I feel like it also shouldn't be like a big word because then that's kind of hard to like shrink down onto something.
Yeah.
First rule of marketing is if you're gonna have a brand, it's got to be able to have a big version, a small version, and a medium version. So like the McDonald's logo, it can be like the big M and the big C and then Donald's, or it could just be the big M, and like
Okay,
you
so
still
now
know
we're
it's
doing
McDonald's.
logos?
Well, no, I'm just
This is
dropping
all
some
too
knowledge on
confusing.
you. Okay,
He's just
okay.
yapping about marketing.
I'm just
My
yapping about marketing.
brain.
Brain Blast Podcast.
It's about to explode.
We think brain.
The
Brain Blast Podcast. Me think brain.
We could be We Think Brain, that's not taken.
We
It's
think
in
brain
the book.
podcast. It is
We
in the
think
book.
brain. What
We think
about
brain.
the book?
This book.
That's the book
We
of Harry
think-
and I late night thinking
Book of
of
knowledge.
names as well to bring up for the podcast.
The Moldy and Unfit.
That's what that was. The moldy and oh yeah, I forgot I said
The
that
Super Sigmas.
We think brain podcast.
The Styrofoam Inhalers.
It's not taken. Those are terrible.
They're fantastic.
We
Just
think
not
brain.
a revolutionary like we are.
Yeah, you're a real revolutionary, all right.
one. Harry, you can call us revolutionary even as a joke. That was like 3 a.m. for me. And I was ready to go to sleep and you were asking me for names.
No.
So I'm throwing absolute fucking shit at you.
Lampshade.
What? Is that one in there?
No, I was just looking at the thing behind you. The light.
The light fixture podcast.
No big word on fixture, you can't know.
The wrinkled foreskin podcast.
The Ne'er-Do-Well Podcast.
No dick.
What? What did you say?
Bird.
The Leper Podcast.
Ugh. I need to pace around.
Use the pace. It helps the juices
Get
flow.
his steps in. Get your steps in.
I gotta get it in.
Well. Hold on, buddy.
Maybe not.
Hold on, buddy.
Mm.
We.
The Maroon
We-
5. Hobo Podcast.
No.
Rascals Podcast. Nah.
The Goofy Goobers podcast.
The Silly Billies. The Billies silly.
I don't want like a
The
retard.
silliest of billies.
The camera phone.
The camera phone.
Camera phone.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Camera Phone. Like a 90-year-old. Hey,
The Foghorn Podcast.
Eh.
Uh-huh. What?
Oh, that's already in there.
It's in the
Yep.
book.
Oh yeah, the what? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Bad Lot Podcast.
What? You know where we would go and say hi and what? For 5 minutes to each other?
The Bedrock Podcast.
We are in Minecraft a lot.
Bedrock.
Bedrock. Rock.
Bedrock.
We Eat Rock Podcast. We Rock Podcast. Rock Podcast.
The Bedrock Podcast. The Bedrock. The bed.
The
Is
Crunchy
this
Rock Podcast.
But like, what's our like group name? Because we can't be like the Bedrock. The Bedrocks.
The
No.
Bedrockers.
No, that's definitely not true.
Oh yeah, baby. You and me.
Shut
It's names aren't our strong suit. Alright,
The Deep Ortiz
loading
Podcast.
already. There's so many people in the world with so
Well,
many
what
ideas and names.
Well,
Alright, mind.
so what's the? But so I don't know. I like the Pointless Podcast because like we never say anything of value or no.
Pointless pot. Is that taken?
I don't know. Let me see.
Because that's a decent one.
That's not a bad one. But what would our group name be?
The
We
Pointers.
can't.
The less. Well, like our podcast name and our group name doesn't have to be the same.
Yeah, but you
Can-
got the goons.
Okay.
The gooners.
There is a
The
pointless
Goonies.
there is a Pointless Podcast, but they only have like 10 subscribers, so like.
Ah, yeah, we can take that.
We could fucking.
Pull the rug under their feet.
Okay, so. Pointless.
Pointless Podcast. Podcast. Alright, group names.
So, is that it, or are we gonna
I
do
don't know.
contenders?
I don't know. We could do contenders if you think of one.
Um,
I think maybe our group name could be like the Jumping Monkeys.
no. No, I don't think so.
Jumping monkeys.
I don't think
That
that is
is-
quite the name.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
worse than the Weetards.
It's
That
it's
is-
infinitely
that's definitely
worse.
worse.
Especially if Ben joins, that would be
I like the Weetards though.
like if Ben gets in here, that'd be real bad.
That
Because
would be the jumpiest of the monkeys.
he's like,
Like the
never mind.
Gooners. The Goon Group.
the goons
No,
is a
thank
thing
you.
already, man.
I know. The Henchmen.
At that point, we might as well just call ourselves the Stiffies.
Evil Incorporated.
The criminal associates.
I like Evil Incorporated. That's pretty interesting. Go Pointless Monkey. I mean,
Sounds-
no, not Pointless Monkey. Go Pointless Monkey.
Seems you're a friend.
Diet Racism Podcast. It's not
Diarrhea
diet.
podcast.
It's the diarrhea. Drove.
Bowel movement.
The bowel movement bunch.
Fire podcast, dude.
I'm also
HOH.
thinking like group names.
group names we can do, like
Well,
Yeah.
for pod,
off,
I don't know.
off,
Are we,
yeah,
are
off
we
camera.
getting anything? We gonna get anything better than the Pointless podcast?
Well,
I
we
mean-
haven't really like thought about it.
I don't know.
We got lots of times.
We have a lot
It's been a while
of
since
time,
we've uploaded, so it won't be too bad.
and
if
it's
we
only
do a
been
decently
32
long one.
minutes, so
Yeah, we still got some time.
it's
I'm out of here.
there's
Oh, that's a brown blue one.
I,
That all funny here? Why are you
Might
grappling me? Why are you grappling
Mine.
me? Stop grappling me. Buddy's trying to be Spider-Man.
there's gotta be someone else.
The Flaccid podcast.
That's penis related, Owen. No.
The Erect and Direct podcast.
Is the Unbearable podcast a thing?
Unbearable podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a bad name, but I will see.
I mean, with how little the views we get on this channel, it can only,
Yeah, only assume.
Yeah.
The Unbearable or the
Um,
Unbearables podcast?
The Yeah
Unbearable.
podcast.
Okay, there is an Unbearable podcast, but it is unbearable as in BEAR bear, unbearable,
Oh.
and they're bear themed.
So the actual spelling of it is.
No, that is the actual spelling, but like
No, that is
bear is capitalized.
Oh.
And they are pretty big.
stupid, boring podcast.
There's a lot of unbearable podcasts, I'm not gonna lie.
We're unoriginal.
The unoriginal
the shame.
podcast. The unoriginal podcast.
The homoerotic podcast.
The
No, thanks.
The Deep State podcast.
The Deep State podcast.
I think we should come back to the camera phone.
Shut
I
the
think
fuck
you
up.
need to be exiled.
The
Yes.
what's
The People's Podcast. That's so pretentious. Yeah, that already exists.
the can do.
Yeah.
The practitioners.
It's gotta be names, people names. Well, we keep
I
putting
don't
the
know.
we keep putting the in front of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the law can get taken out or untaken. It's just, how you...
Yeah, I know,
Announce
but there's
something
there are
cordially.
podcasts that don't have it.
Yeah, but when you say the podcast name, you still say the, because you're speaking about a noun. So the is
English.
that's just English when you say the, even if it is a part of the name or not a part of the name. The only reason you don't when the is in the name because you'd be saying the. Somebody didn't pass English class.
There we go.
He's Mr. Luther.
Deck Luger.
Where's your kryptonite stash, buddy?
Lex Luger.
He's wearing it.
Lex Lugie.
Oh, I see. He's got the kryptonite on his head. The strokers.
Not a good.
gazers, but it's G-A-Y.
Okay,
No,
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 no.
Oh, the gamers, but it's G-A-Y, and however you spell meh.
That was bad.
Meh. Oh, do the impractical joke, because that's
yeah,
comical.
the
That's a
Impractical
good one, we should
Podcast.
call ourselves in.
But no one's taking that one.
The Impractical Podcast. I'm pretty sure the Impractical Jokers have a podcast called that.
Damn it. It's another
God.
word for impractical.
Damn it.
The useless.
Maybe we should, like, the Theo Von podcast. I don't think that's what's taken yet.
Oh, guys, the Joe Rogan Experience. I think that one, that one would fit us.
First we feast.
Distractible.
The Bedrock Experience.
The Bedrock Experience.
The PewDiePie podcast.
Mm,
No relation.
No, I'm not feeling it.
Precariously Everlong.
I don't know.
Warriors cover? I don't know a long title, but
The Everlong podcast?
because it drags on forever long. It's painful.
No.
I don't know, guys. I think that we are too dumb and too tired to figure
No,
it
I
out.
think what it is
Self-deprecating podcast?
we have quite literally
That's
given this
definitely
no time. We've not, like, sat down the three of us to do this properly.
Well, we're doing that
Yeah,
now.
the only one I have written down so far is the Pointless podcast. Everything else was suboptimal.
The Suboptimal Podcast. The Subhuman Podcast.
Below.
The Politically Incorrect podcast.
Nah,
Yeah, we do that.
lame.
I feel like the Subhuman Podcast is pretty heard.
I feel like that's a terrible one that we should probably not do.
Oh, man.
Does it have to be morally degrading?
I mean, the one you have written down is the Pointless Podcast.
That one's
Morally
not that
degrading, is it?
degrading. Mm.
The Self-Deprecation Podcast. Dude.
Okay, I'll
Isn't
look it up.
shitting yourself?
Deprecating. What we're doing right now, making fun of each other
Oh,
and
I was thinking of
ourselves.
defecating.
Yeah, that's defecate. The Defecation Podcast.
Self-defecation.
What's going on, defecators? Welcome back.
The Alarm Clock Podcast, because you're always trying to rush us to end it. He's our little alarm clock.
Yeah, man, we're rushed to start it, and we're rushed to end it. Jesus Christ.
I know, right? This fucking guy. Jeez.
Time police.
He looks like you're somewhere to be.
I can't find one called the Self-Deprecating Podcast, but there's a
Oh
bunch
my
of
God.
podcasts that came up that's just... Oh my god, what do you want from me?
Be better, man.
Excuse me.
Self-Relations Podcast. We should just steal somebody else's. Interesting podcast. Dyslexics United Podcast.
Oh, that one's pretty fire.
The Spectrum-
Becoming Discomfortable. The Uncertain
on the Spectrum
Detective.
Podcast.
Dreaded 30
Spastic
Podcast.
The Spastics Podcast.
The Spazzies.
Daily Dose of
The
Podcast.
Spastics.
Oh, that's worse than wheat.
That might just...
Culture Bust Podcast.
Boss.
Young Adult
Culture
Problems
Bust.
Podcast.
Bust. Oh my god. This culture's gonna make me bust.
Marissa Maple.
What's that?
Big Dog Porn Podcast.
It's just it's a blonde woman with her tits out. Oh, let me watch this.
Okay.
I'm
Big
a
Dog
loner.
Podcast.
I'd be okay with being alone. I might need this device. Hush.
Send me that video.
Yeah, send it to me.
I can't turn it up any higher.
Where's the link?
I don't want you to.
There's a whole lot of cleavage in this.
The broomstick podcast. The
The
Under the
broomstick-
Rug
the-
podcast.
The Candlewick podcast.
The Candlewick.
The totem pole podcast.
Under the Rug.
Under the rug. Under the table.
In the closet podcast.
Under the table podcast.
No,
Where am I?
Oh. What do you guys think about Under the Rug?
Under the Rug podcast.
Under the rug podcast. Yeah.
Do you mind, dude?
Sorry, Rick Astley.
The Mile High podcast.
Under Mile High podcast.
I don't know. We're high up in the air.
Dude, we could call ourselves the Mile High Club.
Oh boy.
The Mile High Club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa there, buddy.
Like Cloud9 or something.
Whoa there, buddy.
The Mile High Club podcast is already a thing.
Sue them.
No, oh, sorry. No, sorry, it's a weed podcast. It's the Mild High. My bad.
Mild.
The Miles podcast.
Unplanned pregnancy
The Spoiled podcast.
The extraordinarily bland podcast.
The Spoiled Milk podcast.
Used condom podcast.
Nah.
The Tip Trip podcast.
Tibble dribble. Oh, hey, Logan Paul fighting a dead body. Re-upload.
Oh, sweet.
The Logan Paul
Podcast.
podcast. No affiliation.
The Bookshelf podcast.
What's critical? I took a BDSM test.
The BDSM podcast. No affiliation.
This guy's not even paying attention anymore.
Now listen here, you queer.
You got any jingling keys? Might wanna put that in front of his face. Keep his attention.
Oh shit.
Oh, do you have
Hold on.
Subway service?
Hold on.
Do it.
Family Guy clips. Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Whoa.
Yeah. Get the attention spans up. Audience attention. Oh damn it. It's gone.
Alright.
And everybody's clicked off the video.
Alright. I had a really good day, but it's gone.
Then it wasn't that good, was it then? Oh my god.
The retention span goes
Jingling keys, jingling keys. He was
Jingling
watching,
keys, jingling keys.
Logan Paul re-upload Dead Body.
The
No block.
Skibbity Riz podcast.
Shut, no, you're corrupting him, no.
The Super Sigma Phantom Tax podcast.
What does the dynamite do? I probably shouldn't use that.
Please.
Don't.
Probably. That'd probably be no bueno.
You have TNT exposed off, right? The Whoopsies podcast.
It's kind of a whoopsie moment.
Oopsies. Something like that.
Wait, stop looking back at me.
It's nine.
Yikes. Oh, wait, it's coming back to me. Hold on.
It's coming. The Edging podcast.
I don't know. Kinda good at games podcast or something? I don't know.
The Stopwatch podcast.
If anybody has ideas, comment them
Please
down
let us know,
below.
we're struggling.
Like the two people that watch this, maybe like a quarter of the way through.
I'm one of them.
Alright, what about average?
I'm also one of them.
Okay,
about
on, we need
the
to really
average
think about
podcast?
ideas.
About the average podcast?
The suboptimal podcast.
Framed.
Frame
Framed?
podcast.
Framed.
I
Framed.
feel like that'd be like a podcast for like a cold case podcast. I'll see if it exists. It does exist.
The Grandfather Clock podcast.
Ding Dong podcast.
No. That would be penis.
The Dropouts podcast.
That is 100% a thing. I'm pretty sure I know who that is too. Hold on. Yeah, the Dropouts podcast. Yeah, it has 1 million subscribers.
Kill
Oh,
themselves. There's the we
Wow.
can do like kicked
Oh,
out.
it's this guy with Tara Yummy, the one. Yeah, I think that's her name.
Oh,
What I get.
jeez,
Banana. There you go. Let's see.
jeez.
Banana.
The Xbox Addictions podcast.
Where's my photo?
Guys, lock in.
Stop.
The Walk-In podcast.
Those.
The
Thug It Out podcast.
the shitting pant podcast.
Chained Up podcast.
Thug It Out
Whoa.
podcast.
Talk about like
We're the Thuggers. Welcome
Sex?
back to the Thuggin' Out podcast.
The Real
the
podcast.
thuggers.
The real podcast.
We're the
Yeah.
thuggers.
Oh, you didn't do the animation for me. You just kind of stood there. It was very anticlimactic.
The thuggers.
Oh, there you go. But he's shaking his ass on the table.
I don't think our name should be something that could be like easily mispronounced.
Well, they pronounce it as the tuggers instead or something.
Yeah, I mean, the Tuggers. That's pretty hard.
Right.
Tugging podcast.
No.
The Joke Maxing
Dude.
podcast.
Like the Tuggers. It's pretty hard. Tiggers?
Yeah.
Like
What?
What?
No,
What?
no,
Why?
like Tigger,
Hear that
like
first
Tigger.
letter.
Like Tigger.
No,
Tigger.
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
New
I like
rule:
Tigger.
anything that's close to a
Yeah, nothing
bad
with an
word.
IGGERS. None of that.
Okay, so the Gold Digger podcast is clearly not allowed.
That is not.
No
any of
Iggers.
us gold
is what I-
diggers.
No Iggers. Gotcha.
No.
No Igers. The Hanging
Yeah.
podcast.
Hmm.
Like the Hanging
Uh,
Flower.
The 6 Feet Under podcast.
I don't want it to be like a super edgy, cringy name though. I want it to be like this suicidal podcast. Be kind of cringe.
That name's terrible, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks,
that shit ass.
Jesus.
The podcast.
The View.
Uh-huh.
The View.
The View? No. No.
Oh, look at the View.
The Mountain Pass. I mean the Mountain Podcast.
The Mountain Pass podcast.
That would. I mean, we're not like hikers. So that would. I don't know.
The Grove.
The Grove.
The Grove.
Kind of pretentious.
Go.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
In what
I'll,
way?
I'll see if the Grove podcast is a real thing.
Stupid. What is a grove, by the way? That
A
name,
grove
that word
is
just
like
came to my
a-
head.
It's like a garden. It's like a patch.
Yeah.
A garden patch.
Oh.
The Grove podcast is a thing.
How many subs?
They average 8,000 views a video.
Damn it.
Did he do it?
Grove, if you are watching this, please let us use your name.
They're all, they're all a bunch of African American guys.
Nice fellows.
They're a bunch of nice people.
The garden.
The Garden? Yeah, the Garden podcast. Like, that's definitely not been taken, obviously. Why the Garden podcast? What? That's like the gayest name ever. Garden Podcast. Weedman 420. Okay, maybe Weedman 420 might be able to take that one. The Garden Podcast exists.
The bookshelf.
It's a shitty name. I like the Pointless Podcast. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that's the best one
I,
we've come up with
yeah,
so far.
I'm leaning towards the.
I feel like if we want to soft lock Pointless Podcast, then we could try to brainstorm a group name or something along those lines.
Okay. I'm fine with that. Fucking Spotify ads.
The keyhole.
The keyhole? The keyhole pod? The keyhole?
The Ye
The
Old
rituals?
Podcast.
The Ye Old Podcast.
I tell you what, Sonny boy, back in my day.
The Midget Gang is obviously what we should name ourselves. Yeah, that's even
Long
worse
time
than
since
Weetard.
I've-
That's
Doesn't hurt those words.
even more fucking podcast canceled. Yep.
Uh-huh.
Alright, what would be a group name? If somebody called us something, would we be offended by it? What would
Losers,
be a good?
probably.
Yeah, well, I don't. That's not what I meant by that, but I don't know. What's that
Nerd
thing that
emoji.
Canyon? What's that thing that Canyon sent us? Maybe we could call ourselves whatever he called us. I don't know. Let me see. I think I took it up here.
Did he not just call us losers?
Yeah.
I think he called us a
Shut-ins?
little bit more than that. No, not
No,
shut-ins.
not shut-ins. I would remember that.
I'm gonna be honest, it's been so long, I forget about that
Whatever we're
guy.
talking about.
Yeah, I bet you think about a lot of guys.
Alright.
Alright.
When she farts out your lip, she didn't come.
Alright, man. The Penetration Podcast.
The Limp Dick Podcast. The Limp Triscuits.
Excuse me.
The Burping Boys.
On the
Okay. Guys, what about the Weetards Podcast?
Dude.
Name's terrible.
Fuck you.
Oh, he's
Wait,
upset
I'm the
now.
camera. I'm the camera.
What about like
You are the
what
camera.
about like the group names being like Kitty Fiddlers?
Alright, on, can we
I'll
kick
see
the-
myself
can we,
out. Nice knowing you
Alright, on, we're
guys.
gonna
Yeah.
start podcast together.
What about like the Garfield
Alright,
Podcast?
podcast. Let's go.
Oh, and I can't.
But you can't. But you, it's
Oh.
right there, Harry. It's right there. You can
Alright,
take
Rodans.
take the step, Harry.
Rodans.
Take the step. You need to
Garfield.
cross the.
Garfield Podcast.
The girth.
Big Lasag.
Girthworth podcast.
The Girthy Worms. Fire name.
Spyglass. Don't lick me. Did you lick me or did you deep throat my
No,
spyglass?
I went like. Like I was taking like a sip of like a drink.
You wasn't holding a drink.
I'm holding my soda can.
Am I a short glass of water on?
Short. What the fuck? Huh?
Your shot
on.
glass of hits.
Oh my god. Okay, there we go.
What do you say?
Your shot glass
Something
of
about a
hits.
shot glad of piss. Yeah.
Piss.
Not clear with me.
In the Walls podcast.
In the walls.
We are in your walls. Whoever is watching this, if you are hearing muffled noises, that's us.
Side
Turn
character
around, I'm right
podcast.
behind you. The Side Quest podcast.
Side quest.
The NPC podcast.
No, that's
Yeah, I
brain
know.
rotty.
Yeah. The Side Quest
Side
podcast.
quest ain't bad.
Side character podcast. Side Quest podcast sounds better. You want me to write it down?
Sure.
Actually, I should.
Dude, we can have like a D&D themed room for it.
Okay.
Mm.
I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So mean, man. Just, what the
Like-
fuck?
Could like, I don't know.
Oh.
That one plays D&D, so he'll probably.
Is it taken?
Yeah, with 6 subscribers. 15 subscribers.
oh, we
What
can
is
Name is ours.
We can take it. We can take it.
23 subscribers.
Pizza.
Hold on.
Subscribers.
That's not D&D table.
Ah. What the
The-
fuck? You
the
did
death-
this on
Oh, no,
your
what
own
the hell?
table.
The death
You
of
did it to your own
Xbox.
table.
Maybe I am a stupid.
Anti-shot.
Was this it?
Side Quest podcast.
I think I found
We
it.
could take it. We could steal it.
Oh.
That is not the right
It
table, my
shrunk.
guy.
Voila.
Oh. It grew bigger. You got it wrecked.
Yeah, it usually does.
Not very much.
Alright then.
Sad to hear, man. Anyway, we could call ourselves the Cum Blasters.
The Seaman Demons.
Stewie Griffin.
Can you
No
write down
affiliation.
We Think Brain?
No.
Don't write that
Think
down.
Brain?
We Think Brain's gonna have 2 members, so I am not gonna be in We Think Brain.
Harry, do a
Got this.
podcast.
We got this.
We think, Brand?
We Think Brain. Yeah. Huh?
What?
We think? Huh?
Brand? Huh? What?
Brian?
Out of Earshot podcast.
Brian?
Brian?
We think Brian?
Brian Griffin podcast.
We think we. I don't want to
Hey,
continue this
hey,
bit
hey,
anymore.
Peter podcast.
Hey, Peter.
In the
Joe
Dark
Swanson podcast? It's okay, Peter podcast?
The Lurkers. We could call ourselves the Lurkers.
The Lurkers.
I'm alright, man. I don't want our podcast name to be like something you'd name a serial killer.
Jeffrey Dahmer? Wants to be called that?
The Dahmers.
Oh,
Not only are we all going to be gay, but we're also cannibals. Awesome, man. What do you and your friends do when you hang out? Oh, you know, just talk at our
Eat
podcast. Oh, you have a podcast? What's it called?
Scoped.
The No Scoped Podcast.
No.
The Quigley Podcast.
Sounds like some fucking Face Clan shit.
Oh, the no scope.
The Goulash
the camera.
Podcast.
Goulash.
The saddled.
I don't know.
Oh, right.
Owens, maybe like Bad Game Podcast. Dude, Game Hard
Right.
Podcast.
The Game Hard podcast. Bring it back. Bring it around.
Jeez.
Game hard.
What's funny is Game
This is
Hard
one.
was never meant to be like my YouTube channel. So before I was CZAC boy, I was Game Hard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh.
My YouTube
There's
channel
that
where I
one
play.
video of you and your brother playing Combat Evolved
Oh, there was
Anniversary.
more than that. There was
I
also
think
me and
that's
him
the one
playing
that's still
Call
public.
of Duty. Probably. I don't know.
I was gonna be like Gamer Boy something.
Yeah, makes sense.
So wait, which ones do we have? We have the Pointless one and
Pointless Gaming and Side Quest Podcast. Or no, not Pointless Podcast,
Pointless.
Side Quest. Pointless Podcast and Side Quest Podcast.
Okay. Okay. We got two. Alright.
We're getting somewhere.
Well, in that case. Oh, that'd be a cool podcast trip.
I'd say
Set up and then a massive suitcase with a well in it.
if it wasn't just you and Ben that did art stuff, and it was all of us that dabbled in art stuff, I'd say like the Doodlers. But that doesn't really work. So funny, man.
The Doodlers.
I said Doodlers. I said
Yeah,
Doodlers.
Podcast.
The Doodlers.
The We Hate Each Other podcast?
No.
The
Fuck
Haiti
You
podcast?
podcast? Go fuck yourself
We all
podcast?
have like creative hobbies, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I guess.
Somewhat.
I do woodworking. I
You-
guess I
you
can
learn
call that
Guitar
creative.
now?
I weld.
Yeah, he welds. I do
Is
I
that,
do woodworking.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
that's not what I
She's-
mean when I'm so
she was-
creative.
What do you mean by
I mean,
that?
that's like building stuff, and like
No.
that's pretty creative.
What do you mean no?
Like, never mind.
I don't got
Welding
anything
is-
else creative going on, man. When it comes to hobbies, that's I got woodworking. That's about it.
I have a job. I don't have time for hobbies. And I play
Woodworking
video
is a
games.
creative hobby.
Working is a creative hobby. Welding is...
Woodworking.
Oh, okay, woodworking. Woodworking and
Working
welding
my
are like
wood.
the same side of the
The
same coin.
deaf podcast. So you have to, like, raise our voice to speak to you.
No, the
Huh?
fucking retard
What?
podcast. The stupid fuck podcast.
Huh?
What?
Did you say something, podcast, huh?
Did you say the Speak Up podcast?
Ah, dude. Wanna hear
Say
my
louder podcast?
wanna hear my my channel's description for Game Hard?
Not really.
Meet. All right, fuck you then, cunt. What's the cunt waffle podcast? The blue waffles.
Waffle podcast.
What the I fucking hate my British friend Harry podcast.
The Patriot podcast.
Ooh.
Asshole podcast. Pretentious
worst
prick
one, yeah.
podcast. The pompous prick.
Angry Little Crybaby podcast? That could be a good one.
Alright, fuck you podcast.
Are we just
The
insulting each other
Wang
and ending the
podcast.
The Get a Job podcast.
The Yapper, the Yapping podcast.
Yeah, but Supreme, that's where you could rebrand yourself.
Show me a manual. Oh,
The Stop
God
Being
fucking
Racist
damn it.
podcast.
Literally impossible for him.
the Oopsie Daisy podcast.
The Don't Say the N-Word podcast. Impossible in brackets.
What about
I'm not racist. The world is just full of snowflakes, Harry. It's all goddamn fans.
It's the most fucking don't mess with the alpha type shit I've ever.
Just all hands, boy.
The world's just full of snowflakes. They can't handle me.
They're not true Sigmas like I am.
The Super Sigma student comes back.
Oh my god, my drip is insane. Holy shit.
Okay. Oh.
Shut the fuck
Oh.
For audio one podcast.
The
Um,
Mommy ASMR podcast.
I think that's taken already.
Damn it.
Why did you send us? You send a link.
My OG
You
gaming
sent a
channel
link.
did. That's game hard.
Oh, no thanks.
Look at the start of the video I sent. Look at like the first where like I get in front of the camera and start. Oh, she's got my 360 gamer tag in the back, or my brother's gamer tag. Sloppier rug 65.
Run.
Oh wow.
Dude, look at my Minecraft shirt. That shit is hard. That shit is hard. She just drip.
Why do you guys just keep changing sofas and some seats, man? What is happening?
What are you talking about?
Oh, there we go. He shared a link. Holy shit! There it is.
Hmm.
I forgot I'm subscribed to Game Hard.
The
Long-time
distracted
subscriber.
podcast.
Distracted Distractible.
Yeah.
Drunk driving podcast.
Hunter, you should upload a new video on Game Hard. See what
The
happens.
4 sofas.
Dude, I don't even know the email. I don't know.
Damn.
Nothing about that channel. It was ever like. I was like actually like 10 years old when my mom made that, and it's I think the email is something like Hunter Jackson play video games at gmail.com or something stupid like that.
Alright. Sweet.
What?
Huh?
You said sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna say on my phone. Sorry.
The Distracted Podcast.
Yeah.
The Off-Topic Podcast.
The
The 4 sofas.
So fucking horny podcast.
The 2 sofas.
The Casting Couch Podcast.
That might mislead people. Casting House podcast would have a lot better content than we have.
Yeah.
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 It was
You
coming
know who else
eventually.
podcast? Alright, you want any other ideas?
I got nothing.
I already gave mine. Owen already gave a suggestion that was okay, and that we were fine with. It's up to you now, Harry. And then I can...
giving suggestions.
Yeah, but like a good one.
I need to start jiggling keys for you, Harry, because I see you're
That's
kind
not
of
what I
looking all
thought you
over
were
the
gonna
place
say.
there.
What one did Owen
Think-
say?
The Side Quest podcast. Off
Well, I
Track
said the
podcast.
distracted, so
The Distracted podcast.
yeah.
There you go. Audience retention, come back.
Alright, The Distracted. Alright, well,
Not fun.
we have 3, and I don't see us getting any more anytime soon.
The cauldron.
The Cauldron.
The cult.
We
Do we want to, like,
there's-
get Ben in here, and then, like... Well, I mean... You want to... Okay, Jesus Christ. You want to just, like... Look, 3 of us.
Shadow
Cauldron
Wizard
and
Money
Nowhere.
Gang.
You want to try to get Ben in here and like have him as like a vote?
I mean, he's gonna hear. Oh, you guys are you guys still doing the podcast.
he's gonna
and
hear we're
leave.
still recording. Yeah, he's gonna leave.
Here's what we'll do: is off camera we'll decide, I guess.
What if we just text him right now and then just have him say which one?
Sure.
If he responds. I know he might get the slightest hint that we're still doing the podcast, and he's doing something related to the podcast. Be like, ew, no.
Cringe.
You're recording
Dissociated
the
with you?
podcast.
Ew.
If you can tell, we're a little upset.
Little. We've been a trio podcast for half a year, if not
The Mexican
nearly a year.
standoff. The Mexican standoff podcast.
I feel like that would go pretty badly. People are like,
But what do you mean?
cultural appropriation.
Suck my cock. Yeah. I live in a gated community.
I'm friends with you guys, but I don't want anyone to know that I associate with you.
Podcast.
The unassociated podcast.
The unassociated, the disassociated podcast.
Ben voted for the Pointless podcast.
Of course, he would fucking month.
That or he's calling what I asked him pointless. I'm not sure. I'm gonna assume he's voting for that podcast name. All right. Do you guys want to vote now? On?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
I just saw.
Yeah, that's my controller.
So interesting about
My right stick is secret.
I also like the Pointless podcast because I said that and I like it.
I like all of them. I don't really care which one we do, as long as we pick one.
Well, we'll vote for one.
I'll go with mine, side quest.
Okay.
Here, I picked it. She's distracted.
Huh? I'm trying to imagine doing an intro for all of them.
Well, yeah, well, I already kind of had. I figured still like the Distracted podcast would be like, hello everybody and welcome back to the Distracted podcast where we never stay on topic and never get anything done. And then like, the Pointless podcast is, hey everybody, welcome to the Pointless podcast where nothing we say holds any value or merit. And then like, Side Quest podcast is, welcome to Side Quest podcast where we always get off track.
I've been more like, hello everyone, welcome to the Pointless podcast, and then we do the intro that way instead of rambling on at the start.
Rambling? Alright, man. Fuck you.
I'm just saying, you should fucking... No need for these descriptions, man.
The whole point of our fucking
Losing
podcast is rambling,
viewers
man.
immediately.
Dude, you confused the fuck into me, because originally, now you're like, oh my god, you want to get it over with already? Oh my god, what's the rush? Come on, we can talk. No, stop fucking talking, yapping
Stop
on.
fucking
Oh my god.
yapping,
Jesus
dude.
Christ.
Listen, man, you are
I know
Yapper
what you want from me.
Supreme.
What do you, this is a podcast, what do you want?
Yeah, but off of
This is
podcast,
the
we're
whole
still
point.
Yapper
Oh my
Supreme.
Oh my lord.
Bro, go play
You
by yourself
agree
if you
with
don't
me?
wanna
Why
hear
are you
people
over there?
talking.
Oh my god.
God, you think I'd join the party to hear you talk? Oh my god.
We all
Sit in
we all
silence,
do our fair
Jesus.
share of fucking yapping.
Next time
More
you
so
start
than others.
rambling on about something, I'm just gonna go, boring.
I do that sometimes anyway.
I never go boring. Alright, vote for
You
one,
have
Harry.
a couple times.
Yeah, no, I definitely have. Pointless podcast.
See the loading bar above his head right now.
Side Quest podcast.
Just the
and the
spinning wheel.
Distracted podcast.
I'm buffering, hold on.
The buffering podcast.
The buffered. I'm looking around my room, I need to... Hold on.
Yeah.
She's like one of those scenes in like cartoon where it's like, my name's this keyboard saxophone.
What?
That's because well, okay. It's like they see something in the room and they're trying to give a fake name, so they're like,
Oh,
control
right,
door light switch.
right. Peter
Where he's got like
Griffin.
he's got like
Right,
three
yeah.
buttons in front of him, and he's like sweating and his fingers shaking. And he's like biting his nails,
Yeah.
not sure which one to pick.
The distracted one is gone, so it's 2 now.
Is
The
it gone?
distracted one is gone? What happened to it? Where'd it go?
Where'd
you
it go?
destroyed
What
it.
happened to it?
You no longer want to do the distracted? I mean, if you, there's... yeah, if you've... Alright. Well, I'll save that anecdote for when you decide.
Will you remember it?
Yeah. Pretty important.
Okay. They're both good.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta vote for one.
I don't like making decisions.
You eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Think of it this way, Harry. If someone were
That's
to
why we're
come up
friends.
to you...
You're fucking real.
Catch a tiger by its toe.
If you always let him go. My mother said pick the very best one, and you are not dead.
So wait, am I the one that gets chosen? Is that the one I'm going for? Or is that the one I'm taking
Well,
away?
I mean, that's usually the one that you go for. Usually.
Yeah.
Then it's the side quest, I guess.
Alright.
No, stand still.
That was the unfortunate... Alright, so now we have to figure out how do we break this tie?
John!
Mini, miny, mo. Catch your target by its toe.
Ask John what he thinks.
Money.
I mean, alright, but he's online playing Borderlands.
John is gonna see the message.
I
like,
swear to God,
3
if he says
hours later.
if he says distracted, I'm gonna fucking punch him in the face.
Distracted? Oh, I thought we were just working to give him that option.
Oh, I see. Well, if he goes off the message in the Instagram.
Well, I
Distracted
added that,
is
so he's
like
probably not gonna answer.
no one's voted for us, so I guess that's gonna be the one that goes bye bye.
Yeah, and if John does vote for it, it's not gonna matter because he needs 2 more people to agree with him before it matters, and we're all the friends.
Well, this
We're at
could
our limit
take
here.
like 2 hours, 5 hours for him to respond.
He saw the
so-
message.
Alright, look
Holy shit. Holy shit.
The one time where John actually is
The
on
message
Instagram.
I just sent. Please don't say the distraction podcast. Then I'm gonna-
He's just distracted. I'm gonna fucking punch him.
But he's probably distracted right now.
He buffered. Stop
No,
the message.
no,
He's buffering.
there's more typing.
And watch your stigma.
This is truly riveting everyone that can't see this.
Yes, this is.
I mean, there's not really anything to see.
Oh my
right
God,
now.
he stopped
It's
typing again.
Just buffering.
Hold on,
Oh.
hold on.
Oh, he's typing again? Oh my God.
You gotta think this through, man. It's a big decision that he's not part of.
He's also got the buffering bar going up.
He
Pointless.
chose
Pointless,
pointless.
okay.
Okay, Jesus Christ, thank God. The Pointless podcast is our big chicken winner dinner. Wow.
Yippee!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
time to rebrand. Yippee!
Hooray!
Yeah.
We're all pointless.
Yeah. Yippee!
Kill yourself.
Oh,
I
distracted
can't say
sounds
that.
too close to Markiplier's.
Oh fuck yeah! His is the distractible.
Yeah, that's why I made the joke when you said distracted. I said, oh yeah, the Distractible podcast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pointless.
Oh, you sent a picture of a cat. Edible.
Point.
Did he get another cat?
That's us, dude.
Oh yeah, we're doing a podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe, how about distracted? Is that back on the table?
Nah, man, nah. Well, Pointless also works because we're not doing what? Is you a little fucking bad dragon
That's
on the
us.
table?
Pointless.
Oh, well, it has a point, so that's
that's
true.
Yeah.
Point
This,
would be 1 pixel, that is 4 pixels.
No,
I'm
no, that's not how that works.
Actually, it's 4 pixels.
Like this would be more of like this would be pointless. Like no point.
Well, see you guys. I'm going to dinner.
That would be pointless. This would also be pointless. Well, I guess it's kind of got points. Well, no, not really. I'm blunt.
Let's go flared base.
Blunt force object.
What do you mean by that?
Look at this. Look at this. Ready?
What about it? Ah. Rod.
That also has a
Yeah.
flared base.
Can we
You know
stick
what
up
I'm
our
talking
You
about?
like your you like your flared bases there, buddy?
He likes
Did you
his
sit on it
flanges.
while eating a cake?
Yeah.
How long have
Alright.
you been going for?
Like 2
Another-
hours
another
easily.
week down name?
85 minutes.
Yeah. Pretty much 2 hours.
An hour and 25 minutes.
Same
Almost.
difference.
Yeah. What else? What are we doing?
So what's been...
The name's already
What-
fitting, dude. It's going great.
What's new with you guys?
I'm
I just
I've been
ripped that some
working.
shit. Yeah.
yeah making money. Yeah,
Yeah.
Don't
I
look
bought a
bad.
CPU recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Is that like
a decent chunk of change.
There's a university for that? Is that legal?
What?
Let that joke process.
Like a CPU.
Okay.
COD points, guys.
Little funny
COD
guy.
points.
God,
Little
yeah,
funny
God
guy.
points.
COD points. Child.
Yeah, I got a computer processor. That's what I bought. Yeah.
Computer processing unit.
Yep. AMD. I got one of those.
D&D. Yep.
Okay, man. That's just not cool.
You're just jizzing all over my parade.
Fucking what?
Oh.
Ooh!
my.
Oh my, extravagant.
Doth the mother know if you weareth her drapes?
Drapes. For Steve,
Oh,
it's Jack Black.
studio audience.
I am... Never mind.
What?
I don't want to know what you're just about to say.
Yeah,
Don't
Yeah, we know.
You're Jack Black. Because you're Steve. He's gonna be Steve in the Minecraft movie, dude. Didn't you know? What
The fuck is that?
Is that quail? What the fuck
Little
is that?
bird.
Little
The
bird.
little guy.
Plug weird, but he
The fuck is a miner?
okay.
You?
Oh, there's a little miner.
Fuck, just touching
You
minors.
love those.
Well, I'm allowed to love miners because, you know, I am one. I am one.
Hmm. That's interesting.
What
Ah.
do you... What?
Just that audio clip is a little funny.
Buddy
Peacock.
loves biners.
You love that, Harry. You love that right there.
Peacock?
You said you like peacock.
Cog stew pea. Yeah, well done. Oh.
They exfoliate urine.
Oh.
What?
Bye bye. Moving away.
Bye bye.
Does anyone know what this does?
Dude.
You're fixing it.
It's We've used this room for 1 episode and it's already being destroyed. It's happening. It's gonna be like dirt.
So it's fine.
It's all gonna be like.
I chose the only area without detail. It's fine.
Well,
There was roof detail. I see.
There was some roof detail.
I didn't see that part. I can't place. I can't
God.
place anything. Well, there we go.
It hurts to watch. Please stop. I'll do it. I'll do it, please. That is painful. Okay. Well.
All right.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Pointless Podcast,
Yeah. The pointless
wait,
podcast.
wait, then do we title this one? We'll figure it out off camera.
If you enjoyed this last episode of us being
The
called
last
the
episode
Weetards,
of the Weetards podcast. Now
like
named
and
the Pointless
subscribe,
podcast.
all our
Yeah.
links will be down in the description. And that's
Yeah.
an obvious.
Like and
Yeah.
subscribe and comment and algorithm stuff. Yeah.
Okay.